Welcome, guys, back to Upward Sports for another great week of awesome action. This week's devotion is called Basketball Touches. Now, I love the game of basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. And I love that there's so many facets, so many parallels between basketball and our lives. Say, for instance, the general idea of basketball. With basketball, the player brings the ball down. They may pass it back and forth to the players. And when they do, each player gets a touch to the ball. When that player gets the ball, let's say they have a pass, they then have the option of either A, running a play that usually their coach calls, or they can make it up as they go and wing it and do whatever they like. So again, from a standpoint of the coach, if a coach is calling a play, hopefully the team will run that play as it's designed and have the desired outcome. If a player decides to nix the idea of a play and does their own thing, a lot of times the outcome may not be so successful, right? And so one thing that happens is if we follow our coach, if we follow the plan, if we follow the play that is called, more times often than not, that the action will result in a positive action, right? And so we can see this in many aspects of our lives. One thing that happened just this week with the women's Yukon basketball team, they achieved a feat that's never been achieved before. On Monday night, they won their 100th consecutive basketball game. It's an amazing feat all by itself, much less to say that this is a very high standard to achieve, even in college basketball. It's pretty amazing. But what's really amazing about that is that the players that are in that system, they do exactly what the coach wants them to do to the very T. They do not waver. And so what's really cool about this from the facets of our lives is that God wants what's best for us, right? He has a plan for us. He has a plan for me. He has a plan for you. He has a plan for every day of our lives. And if we ask Him what that plan is and ask for help of, hey, show me what my plan is for this day, do you not think that He would certainly give you that plan and would want the very best for you? Some of us, and I know I've talked to people, they think, oh, I don't think God has a plan for me, or I don't know why He would want to have a plan for me, or whatever the case may be. But in Jeremiah 29:11 it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for good and not evil, to give you a future and a hope." He wants what's best for you. I promise. If you have any questions about that or would like to talk about that, I would love to speak with you. You can email me, you can call me. Most of you have my number, and if not, pick me out today and we'll go aside and talk whatever you like to do. So thank you guys for coming today. So happy you're here, and we'll see you next week.